Jumping, John Houston goes to the inside of the third row, and on the outside of him we'll be looking for the number 7 of Andy Hendel with a DK auto body. Green flag is out, hammer goes down. Jason, let's go racing.
So right up on the back bumper early on of the Harmon machine. Harmon on the 94, it is 2x2, but it is in Noah's Ark off turn number 2 on this time by.
And they do stays 2x2. Nobody steps out of line. They storm down into turn number 3, although Deepest Quality takes a nose to the inside of Harmon. It's going to be wheel to wheel coming up to turn 4. They drop off the banking onto the front straightaway.
And here comes the number 94 of Harmon. Harmon trying to move past the Deepest Quality machine. Deepest Quality trying to say bye-bye off turn number 2. Catalano has got an early lead.
And you look at Dorso, he dropped to the inside lane really quickly going down into turn 1 last time, and he's running right behind the 94 of Harmon. Looks like he's going to do the setup move, looking to the inside. He'll go swing wide, coming out to turn number 4.
And here comes Don Irving in the 23X out of Williamsville trying to take the inside track, and the number 58 of Houston closing the door. Hendel in the number 7 on the outside. Dorso moving up to that 4th position with Houston in the 58 challenging.
And right there, Andy Hendel is knocking at the door of the number 58 of Houston, and John Houston, the 58. It looks like he's going to go a little sideways. Hang on, John, breaking loose coming up to turn number 4. That's going to slow progress a little bit for that 58 team as they go down into turn 1. Right there, the door handle racing.
And look at the number 7 of Hendel. Hendel trying to move up to that 5th position with Irving trying to close in the 23X. 3-car battle for the 5th, 6th, and 7th position at the apex of 3 and 4.
And Don Irving does make the move to the inside lane. He's going to follow through. Cross flags this time by, indicating we are halfway through this qualifier. So halfway is the signal.
And 4 laps down, 4 more laps of racing left to go. Irving in the 23X makes a move on the inside, passes the 7 of Hendel. Hendel dropping back into that 6th position, I believe. Here comes the number 68 of Durso Jr. Durso trying to close in. Swings to the outside off turn number 4.
Patco Motor Cars and Kyle Snow Service sponsors the Monte Carlo of Mike Catalano, and Mike sets the pace and steers the field down that back straightaway. Deepest Quality, the new father, is little boy Nicholas, I don't believe is here tonight, but last Monday morning. And here they are for turn 4, parallel flags, 2 laps to go.
And the deuce flags on the air from Jim Ortez, the 76, the new father in the new car. Tim DePasquale starting to close in a little bit, appears off turn number 2.
And we are in the back straightaway. John Durso, like always, back in colors, full colors indeed, as he puts it right up against that retaining wall, swings down and puts a tire almost into the grass, and watch him swing wide coming off to turn number 4. 1 lap to go, final circuit of the Speedway.
A little game of catch me if you can, as Catalano trying to take it wire to wire early on off turn number 2. There's Irving in the 23X, moving up in that 4th position, able to get by the 68 of Durso Jr., defending track champion, and he will be shown in that 5th position. Here they come off for checkered flag is out. Taking home the qualifying win is the 64 of Catalano.
And Deepest Quality will settle back into that 2nd position. The Williamsville native with the Superior Lubricants, sponsored as Citgo Monte Carlo, finishing in 2nd. The number 94 next in line, Kevin Harmon with the Collision Excellence. Monte Carlo finishes in 3rd. The 23X of Don Irving, Williamsville native with the Zeffel Development Precomp Corporation, Malibu for 4th. All right, defending track champion John Durso finished in that 5th spot. Now this is just how competitive this class can be, ladies and gentlemen. He has been track champion 2 seasons in a row. Look at the difference, Collision Malibu, and let's get ready to set the pace. Jared Brown on the outside lane in number 10 from North Tonawanda. Napa Auto Parts, Monte Carlo. Green flag is out. We got problems on the number 91 back here. Jesse Meyer's car fails to fire.
And here comes the number 15 of Krupchek, the Prince of Pendleton, trying to take home the crown early on down the back chute. Charlie the Chance Volvo in the number 89, battling for that 2nd position with the number 18 of Jared Brown. Here they come high flying off that 4th turn down the start-finish line.
Shannon Arberg, I believe, in the number 4, moving into the street stock division, and riding right there in the inside lane. He's got quite a battle on as they go door handle down the back straightaway. Wheel to wheel. It looks like Shannon may get the best of that argument as they storm into turn 3. Well, or does he?
And Brown in the number 10 trying to battle back if he can off turn number 4. Getting a little high is the number 15 of Krupchak, 15 of Pendleton, saying, catch me if you can, through turns 1 and 2.
And they do. They storm down between turn 1 and 2, and Krupchak not wasting any time. He puts the hammer down on that Chevrolet down the back straightaway, right up against the retaining wall, and he'll dive down hard into turn number 3. And here's another driver that can get back on the pedal very, very quickly, and he'll swing off at turn 4, off the banking onto the front straightaway.
And 3 laps are complete in this qualifying event out of 8. Charlie Valvo leading the second group of cars off turn number 2. Two-car battle for that 3rd and 4th position with Narberg on the inside, and the 10 of Brown starting off second on the outside of that front row. Brown, North Tonawanda is battling on the outside groove.
Okay, cross flags are indicated that time by. We are halfway through this qualifier, 4 laps in, 4 laps to go, and Mark is really working that Chevrolet over. I know that he's done some extensive work on that car over the winter months, and some motor work, and I'm sure he's anxious to test it, and it looks to me like he's putting it through its paces here this afternoon. Off of turn 4, he'll swing down in the past the start-finish line, and Chaz Valvo riding back there in second, Narberg, and the number 10 of Jared Brown, and that's a tight group back there.
Definitely Craig Wilson. Definitely.
Looks like they're having a lot of fun.
Yes, they are. Straight line fashion down the back chute with Krupchak in the number 15. So really pulling away. He's got about half a straightaway lead now. Here comes Narberg in the number 4, pulling to the outside. Parallel popsicle 6, the deuce flags in the air off turn 4.
2 laps to go, 2 more circuits around the Speedway. Hey, we got those ice-cold Budweisers being sold right in the grandstand area. So, just yelling at Tim and Mark, right? Tim and Mark back with us once again. Of course, they're working hard in the grandstand area. So, give a holler there. Also, 50-50 sales going on. I saw one of the young ladies here with tickets. White flag is out for Krupchak in the number 15, and Charles Chaz Valvo riding there in second place, the battle right now for 3rd.
And the number 15 machine trying to take home the crown early on. It appears he will take home the crown if things end up the way they are right now on this last half lap. Krupchak in the number 15, the Prince himself, coming into us off of turn 4 from Pendleton. Checkered is out, he'll get it. Prince thrown.
And the Auto City Racing Chevrolet, not a bad job indeed. And whoa, I'll tell you what, Jared Brown looks like he may have just got a fender in for that 3rd position. We could turn to Bill Scriver over here. Bill and Judy, is that what you guys got? Yep, they did. They got the 10 of Jared Brown for that 3rd position. So, street stock qualifying will continue. 3rd qualifying heat of the evening is going to be rolling out here momentarily. And tough break for Jesse Myers in the number 91 as he heads back in. Not quite sure what may have went miss on that race car.
Here they come off of turn number 4, and Chipper saying, here's the green, let's go racing.
All right, green flag does fly from the left hand of Chipper Ortez. Hey, there's Mike Davis in number 02. Now, Mike was a fast time setter here a few weeks back, and Mike has really got that Monte Carlo hooked up. I don't know if he's just going to turn a few laps or if he's going to try to catch a group. But right now, coming off of turn 4, we're going to drop off the banking onto the front straightaway, and we got a battle for that front spot.
Yes, we do. Greg Wilson, the number 5 of George Curtis, trying to do battle, currently shown in second. The Bulldog trying to bark his way up the pack. The number 38 of Roger Jones, Gasport, trying to move up.
The Bulldog. How about that? Well, we like to call that number 5 the Master Faster in the outside lane, and several times we've seen him step outside into no man's land and do what he had to do to get by the race car and never touches, and that's George Curtis in that red number 5. George right now hounding down on the low side of that 34 of Mike Strauss, and Mike says no way, and he's going to close the door on him going into turn 3.
And Curtis in the number 5 trying to say, I'll take the high road, you take the low road off turn number 4, and he's going to try and do it off turn number 4, or will he? He takes the outside. The number 22 of Paulus in the Jasper Racing number 22 is sitting back there in that 3rd spot waiting for an opportunity.
You know, right there's the number 23 of Wayne Bernhard following in that 4th position. You know, Wayne is told me that on May 31st he's going to have a beer blast fundraiser, and tickets cost $10. And let's see, that's available at the number 23 pit area. And that's going to be at the, down in Cheektowaga, at the Post Rain Road, Cheektowaga is where they're going to have that. So if you're interested in getting involved, helping out the racers, Wayne Bernhard is going to have a fundraiser. See him in the pits after the racing action.
That last time by, the cross flag was the indication the race was half over. Here comes the 23 of Wayne Bernhard, looking to the inside of the Jasper Racing number 22 of Paulus. Paulus trying to find some sort of racing room to catch up to the front two runners of Curtis and Strauss off turn 2.
I'm going to tell you what, last time by George Curtis, whoop, we got a car in trouble in turn number 1. So it looks like we may have a caution flag, the first caution of the evening, and bluegrass right now. We're going to get ready for the restart. It's going to be 2 laps left to go in this qualifier. So let's watch the action coming off of turn number 4. Green flag is ready in the left hand of Chipper Ortiz.
Bernhard in the 23 trying to go to the inside as well as the number 5 of Curtis, but Strauss able to shut the door on that time. 2 more laps of racing with Paulus in the 22 on the outside off turn 2.
You see Curtis got a fender in on him that time, but that doesn't bother Strauss, as Strauss drove his line and he drove hard going into turn number 1 and was able to recap that top position. Here they come again up to turn number 4. Watch the action. The white flag is out. One more circuit around the Speedway.
And the number 72 of Ed Weber, Cheektowaga, currently is shown in that 5th position with Paulus in the 22 taking the high road, getting a little loose off of turn number 2. Here comes the 23 of Wayne Bernhard. Bernhard on the outside trying to do the battle with the number 5, the other master of faster on the outside of Curtis off turn number 4 on this time by. Checker flag is out, and Strauss will get the win, the qualifying win. Curtis in 2nd, Bernhard 3rd with the 72 of Weber 4th, and Paulus completing the top 5.
All right, excellent racing out there tonight. You know, there's a contingency program for the street stock division and the late model division at Lancaster Speedway, and some 79, I believe it is, companies have come together. Various race companies come together, and we'll be talking more about each and every one of these throughout the season. But they've come together with a contingency program where a street stock driver or late